Guys, I come from a rich family. Anybody here from a rich family? Oh, so all of you just came from the bottom. Just William Rutos, all of you. Even you white people are not raising your hands. How is that possible? Are you guys poor? You know, rich people don't like to admit that they're rich, you know? But poor people will tell you. They will tell you. Like, check him, minim say what ghetto, bro. Minim say what ghetto. I'm like, bro, just steal my phone. It's fine. You don't have to explain where you came from. Then I realized that there's levels to richness. Like I was talking to this guy from Karen, and he was like, oh, where are you from? And I told him, oh, I stay in Kileleshwa. He's like, bro, just steal my phone. Like, and I realized for people who live in Karen, Kileleshwa is like Kayole. I live in Kayole. It's crazy. You know, when I was younger, when I was growing up, our family used to live in Karioko, but I used to go to school in Westlands. And that was really traumatic for me because it felt like I was living two different realities. Like one time I went to school and the teacher was like, I want you guys to go home and count the number of rooms in your house. And guys came back and they were like 5 bedroom, 3 bath. And she's like, okay, and you, Kim? I was like, check him, minim say what ghetto, bro. Me. And then I stole her phone. Have you started noticing that there's a lot more white people in Nairobi? I'm not complaining, but it's affecting my lifestyle. The other day I was driving and I saw this beggar on the side of the street. Usually I don't have much to give them, so but that day I had something, so I got excited. You know, I rolled down the window, I had like some change, some sweets as well. I was gonna give it to them. So he started walking towards the car. Then they see a white man in the car in front of me. So they start walking to the white man. I'm like, bro, neza kusaidia, bro. You come, bro, neza. Then I realized that I was begging the beggar. The white man gave him $100. $100. He came walking back, he threw $1 inside my car. I was like, Tafta kazi kijana. That's my dad. My dad is a Meru man. But he's from the village, like the village. I am not from the village, evidently. But whenever Meru see my name, they're like, Kimadi, kumbe, we come from the same place. I'm like, you come from Kileleshwa too? That's crazy. That's actually crazy. You can't tell where people are from their name nowadays, you know? The other day I met this guy, his name was Deng. I was like, from your name, you must be from South Sudan. He's like, no, I'm actually from Lavington. I was like, actually, that kind of makes sense. I had a weird relationship with my father growing up. You know, he would always tell me that I was ungrateful for things. But the only thing I ever wanted from my dad was football boots. But he would be like, you have shelter, food, education. I was like, yeah, but I don't have football boots. So I didn't ask for this other stuff. Then he would always do this thing where he would compare his childhood to my childhood. I'm like, Dad, it's not the same. Your father was poor. Mine's rich. Mine's rich. It's not the same. Then he would always have this thing that he would say, you know. I'd go to him and I'll be like, I want some shoes. He'd be like, Kim, you have enough shoes. You know, when I was your age, I didn't have shoes until I was 10 years old. I was like, you waited 10 years to ask your father for shoes? You need to value yourself more. Let me tell you guys about marriage. Any married couples here today? It's always the women who are like, woo! When you're married as a man, every morning you have to tell your wife the 3 magic words. You guys know the 3 magic words, right? I'm sorry. That's what you need to tell your wife every single day. Because as a man, you're going to mess up. Like, it's inevitable. Sometimes I say sorry even before I've done the thing I'm sorry for. I'm like, I'm sorry I didn't open the car door for you. She's like, babes, you don't have a car. I'm like, oh. It's hard for men to say I'm sorry because we don't even say it to each other. Like, the closest a man has ever gotten to telling me I'm sorry is Kwani Ujui jokes, and I forgave him right away. I felt that was quite sincere on his part. But men are terrible communicators, we know this. This is why we value words so much, like, as men. And so for the women here, like, if you want to keep your man, all you have to say is the 3 magic words. You guys know them. I am pregnant. That's all you need to say. Okay, some of them still leave after that. But if your man is about to leave, just be like, Kwani Ujui jokes, and... Guys, if you guys have been looking at the news recently, our president was given $4 million by America to fight corruption. Did you guys see that? You guys didn't see that? He went to America and was given $4 million to fight corruption. And that blew my mind, honestly. Like, Kenya is so good at corruption that we got the US to pay us a bribe to fight it. Isn't that so crazy? Who knew that to fight the mismanagement of funds, you need more funds? I'm actually convinced that our president is a genius. I just imagine him walking up into Biden's office like, Mr. President, to fight corruption, you must become corruption. I love how in rap music, they can just say something and it makes no sense, but it just sounds cool, so we don't question it. You know, like a rapper will come on stage and he'll be like, yeah, you know what it is. And nobody actually knows what it is. Like, did he find something in the studio? And the very next song, yo, you already know. Like, did he explain it in the last song? I have to go back and listen to the album. Rappers would make the worst doctors. Can you imagine, like, doctor, what's the diagnosis? Is it cancer? He's like, you already know. R&B artists are not like that. R&B artists will explain the whole song to you even before the song starts. What's your name, ma'am? Elaine. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys an example. This is how R&B artists are. OCS. I don't understand. Why, Elaine? She's burning me to hold on to this. I know this is something I gotta do. But I don't mean I want to. See, I love you, I feel like things are coming to an end. And it's better for me to let it go now. But then I realized, I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but the best rappers in the world always have absent fathers. That's why at the beginning of every song, they're like, it's your boy! Because they know their father could be out there, somewhere. the length of a church service is proportional to the economic situation in that area. Have you guys noticed that? Like I went to church in Lavington. The service was 1 hour, 10 to 11, everybody left. My cousin took me to church in Githurai. The program just said from 9 a.m. onwards. We stood up the entire time. Every time I wanted to sit down, somebody would come forward. Let us remain standing as we pray for our nation. We prayed for the nation. We prayed for the nation. At one point I was like, guys, I think we just need to pray for Githurai first. Lavington is fine. Let's just pray for here first. Kept contributing to funerals. Contributed to so many funerals. At one point I was like, is the church the one killing these people? What? Then you notice, Jesus' timeline is different depending on the church you go to. I went to church in Lavington and the pastor was like, Jesus is coming back one day, like in the future. In Githurai, the pastor said that he was Jesus.